This is Middle Class Matt, and I am Sports Genius. Watch the Duke, North Carolina game tonight. Big Carolina fan. But still can give objective opinions of what is going on with Carolina, what is going on with Duke. I'm able to see it as a basketball fan and not just as a UNC fan. Game pretty much went as I expected it to. I expected Duke to win. Carolina played better than I thought they would. I expected Duke to probably win by double digits. They're at Cameron. They're the better team. They have the veteran team. Carolina has weaknesses at the point in the center position, and Duke has strengths there. I hate to say this, but this game can really be kind of wrapped up into what Dickie V said, or almost what he said. I always give Dookie V a hard time, not really knowing basketball, just coming up with a bunch of cliches and yelling and screaming things and being a big Duke cheerleader. But he probably had the right of it. Carolina came in, and like I was saying, were the inexperienced team. They're in Cameron. They're not as good as Duke. They're not ranked as high as Duke. Not even anywhere close. Duke's second team in the country. And really the only reason UNC lost was the free throws. Now UNC also missed some easy buckets too. But they had the opportunities to win the game. This is something that I didn't really expect to say. But without a doubt, Coach K got out-coached tonight. Roy out-coached Coach K. No doubt about that. Anyone that didn't see that doesn't know basketball. You need to find another sport because you don't understand it. In my preview, and please go back and watch my preview of this game, I actually said Carolina's best chance would be to let Plumlee go in the middle and to let their big guards come out and guard Duke's small guards and keep them from hitting a lot of threes. They did that. They limited Duke to only a few threes, and most of those came in the second half. Plumlee, even though he was allowed to kind of do what he wanted, didn't have a great game. Didn't blow it up, didn't destroy him or anything like that. He's had some 30-point games recently, and he didn't have one of those kind of dramatic impact games, even though he played well. But I said that the refs could take over this game if Carolina started to win. The refs did a pretty good job, to be honest. I'm not going to be one of these UNC fans who always blames the refs. If the refs are at fault, like last year in Chapel Hill, when they just blatantly missed obvious calls that everyone in the nation saw. Now, Jay Billis even pointed out some calls they missed tonight that should have been in Carolina's favor, but it wasn't anything dramatic except for one thing. One thing I have a problem with, and I'm going to have to mention it. Mason Plumlee should have fouled out. He's a terrible defender. Does not play defense well, or doesn't play it at all at times. Got dunked on, gets dunked on. He gets dunked on more than any national player contender I've ever seen in my life. He gets dunked on all the time. And he should have fouled out with about 10 minutes to go. And that probably would have changed the outcome. Carolina probably still could have overcome bad free throw shooting and missed opportunities if that was the case. The last thing that I'll mention that I really thought was a big factor of why Carolina hung in this game, other than they played well and they played hard, is that Duke had no answer for their big guards and like wing forwards. P.J. Harrison and Reggie Bullock, they couldn't guard them. And they gave Duke's small guards on the perimeter fits. They just really had no answer for them. And like I said, if it wasn't for Carolina missing opportunities, then probably North Carolina would have won this game, even at Cameron. Duke fans will be happy because they beat Carolina and they got a win. But deep down they'll know that they don't have a very good team without Ryan Kelly. If Kelly doesn't come back and play at full strength, and there's a good chance he won't with an injury like he has, you're looking at probably a first or a second round out in the tournament again. They really are not a great team. They should have beaten Carolina like a drum. Carolina has been down several times this year by 20-something points. I believe it's 4 times by over 20 points this year. Yet Duke at Cameron couldn't do anything with them and should have lost the game. And Duke fans know that. And they're worried because they thought this was their season with all their seniors, and it should be. If you have the luxury of seniors in this age of basketball, you should have a Final Four run. Doesn't look good for Duke. Looks like maybe there'll be another Lehigh out there in the tournament. Now, I want you to check out my preview video for this game. I want you to check out my Austin Rivers fight video, the complete fight video. Great video whether you're a Duke or a Carolina fan. Be sure to check that out. You can find that right in my video list. Probably 4 or 5 videos under this one. And if you are a Braves fan, I am selling Chipper Jones figure. This is a Big League Challenge special variant paint. Be sure to check that out. I'll have the eBay address right under here in the box, and you'll be able to find that. Check it out and get it real cheap. Last time I checked, it wasn't even. You could get it for $1. So check that out. See you next time. It's Middle Class Matt. Go Heels.